Hello everyone, it's Mesme, and guess what we're going to talk about today? Today is part 2 of Creepy People in Korea. Let's see. So last week I uploaded a video about creepy people in Korea and a couple of my stories, and literally a day after posting that video, something else happened. So why don't we go ahead and start our video. Alright, so as you know, I was working at an English camp in Seongnam. And after work, I was tired and irritated, kind of just wanted to go home. So I got my ticket at the bus terminal and I sat down right outside where the bus was supposed to come and park. So I'm sitting there by myself listening to music, and these two older women approached me. They looked about 50-ish years old. So I thought they wanted help, or I thought that they had confused me with a Korean and they needed to find one of the platforms for their bus. So I took off one headphone and I was like, yes. And they saw me and they were like, oh, you're a foreigner. And I was like, yeah. And at that moment I was like, oh no, here it comes. And then the question of, where are you from? Do you speak Korean? And I was like, no. I was trying to pretend that I was stupid, you know, and I didn't know any Korean and I didn't know what they were saying, so I can, you know, get back to my stuff or go away. But then, of course, they decided that they wanted to corner me, and I had them right here, and they were like, do you know God? And I'm like, oh no, here we go again. And I was like, what the heck is going on? And I was so flustered that I felt like my face was getting red because, one, I was really irritated and, you know, upset, and two, I was just really embarrassed because I was being approached. So they kind of like corner me here and they pull out their phone and show me a video and they just hold it up to my face, and at this point I'm like, well, okay, my options are I could either run away, 2, I can tell them to, you know, F off, or 3, nicely be like, thanks, but I'm not interested. At that point I was like, you know what, you know, the heck with this. I want to see what their problem is, what's going on. So I just sat there. I was like, alright, you know, I got a couple minutes, so I'm gonna see what this is about. I wanted to experience it instead of running away, just to see what exactly happens to you when you decide to stay. You know, so I just sat there for a few minutes. They showed me a video, very convincing video actually. The video pretty much talked about, do you know God? God says that everybody has a mother, and we all have a mother, and her name is Mother God. And they showed, in the video they showed a picture of like a mama penguin and a mama elephant, and humans have a mama too called Mama God. And so I was like, wow, this is really ridiculous. Then they showed me like another interactive test in English of like, did you know that Jesus was not born on December 25th? Yes, I am very aware of that. And then I was just getting pretty irritated, so my bus is coming, so I was like, you know what, I gotta go, thank you, but no thank you. So I did leave, but before I left they cornered me and they were like, phone number, and I was like, I put in a fake number and then I ran off. But I got home and I was pretty amused and irritated at the same time because it had happened the week before, but with like a different religious group. So I searched what their religion was all about and what this Mother God thing was. And what I saw was that they were combining Bible verses together. And I did learn that this group has a big following in the United States. And I won't say the name of the church. But from what it looks like, there is a leader, a female leader, and she is Korean. It used to be a Korean man, but he passed away, and then I guess the God power went to his wife or something. So that's what the thing is. The explanation is about the woman, about us having a mother God. And then I looked up a couple of testimonies just because I was curious. And I was just really surprised at how interesting and convincing these videos could be. Then there was also a stage where I was a little bit angry and disappointed because I just wanted to go home quietly, not be bothered by anyone. And then I thought about it. I thought, well, what if I would have told him to F off and these crazy people. But I talked about it with some friends and I talked about it with Chol, but Chol has experienced these things various times, and he's tried all the options, you know. He's tried to literally talk to them, be like, all right, pull out your Bible. This is, you know, your Bible is different. Why is this different from this? Why did they change the words? And he mentioned that they're so, I don't want to say brainwashed, but they're so into it that they're not going to listen to your opinion. They just care about their own. So that was definitely not an option. Don't try to fight with them, of course. Just the best option is that I was advised to do is just walk away. Ignore them. Don't even talk to them. Walk away. I guess I just kind of stayed there because I was curious. I'm a Christian. I know I'm not going to follow their group or whatever, but I was just curious, like, what is this all about? And then I learned my lesson, you know, run away because they're going to ask you for your phone number. They were on the phone trying to get their other people to come and meet me and whatever, but I was like, I gotta go, my bus is here, deuces. So, yeah, that's the story, but I knew it was coming the moment that they were like, do you know God? And I was like, dang it. I was like, in my head, I was like, really? Did this really just happen to me again? So yeah, now I experience it, not fully, but I got a chance to see how they talk and what their tactics are, and I thought it was pretty interesting observation and experience, but I don't want to go through that again. So for the next week I had been hiding. So I would go to the bus terminal, I would get my ticket, and then I would hide out next to a bus or sit next to somebody so people wouldn't approach me. But yeah, it's not normal that people here in Korea come and approach you and talk to you. Maybe a little bit more if you're a foreigner, maybe some people are curious and they'll come and they'll ask you where you're from, but it's really hard to differentiate who's just a curious person and who's an actual religious cult person. So that's my story. I hope that you enjoyed it, not in a good way, I guess, but I would advise you to walk away, ignore them. Usually here in my town, they don't bother me because, you know, they see my fans are like foreigner and they can't speak English, but I know who they are already. I recognize the faces here. There's also a church down the street where they all like dress up all white and they have their own leader. So very interesting things. If you guys have any questions or any experiences, yeah, feel free to let me know. I got a couple of comments from last week of people who have had the same experience. Thank you for watching my video. I know a lot of foreigners commented on my Facebook and they told me their stories, which are pretty similar. If you see this tan, it's because I went rafting. But thank you for watching this video. It was just a very quick story time. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you all soon.